Welcome back, everybody, to the 7th episode of Robomania. This is the episode before the playoffs, before the finales, and everything like that. So this is going to be the last chance for robots to prove that they are better than the other, to get into the playoffs, to get into the final tournament. We have 8 matches today of very, very well-designed robots. They're all going head-to-head against each other again. And then we're going to get, by the end of this episode, we're going to have 8 robots that are set in stone in the playoffs, and they are ready to fight. So, let's jump into this first match. We are going to have Emergency, the returning champion, going up against another good robot. I forget who, but you guys will know soon. I forget. But I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and have fun. And moving on into our first fight of the Sweet 16. Guys, this is it. The winners of all of these matches in this episode are going into the playoffs. The losers will have a second chance. So do of every other loser that has fought in this tournament so far. But the winners will move on into the playoffs, and it's pretty exciting. So we got our first fight. Emergency, the #1 overall robot, freaking amazing robot, going up against Death, the #5 overall. They both had some pretty interesting little techniques to get here. Emergency did really well against both robots. Maybe not in the first round so much, but the second round picked up its pace and got back to where it was supposed to be. However, Death, pretty much the opposite. Did really good against Mudrunner in the first round, but against an Alarm, that one was pretty tough. That fight, it took it the distance. So let's jump into this fight. Emergency versus Death. Winner goes into the playoffs. And this one's going to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Death instantly gets almost flipped. And, oh, they're very close to getting flipped by Emergency. Almost out of the arena. Got to get over that wall in order for it to be eliminated from the being flipped over the arena wall. And it's getting pretty close. Emergency's trying its best to get it over. Now Death is on top of... Oh, man, Emergency, wow. All these flipping actions are happening, and it's pretty crazy. Death is just getting flipped everywhere right now. Brought down its hammer once. That's that's it. That's it. It's over. It's over. Emergency flips Death out of the arena. I did not see that coming. They're both big robots, but Emergency somehow had it inside of it to flip it out of the arena. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Emergency moves on into the playoffs. We'll see him in the playoffs. Moving on into our second fight, the winner will also be in the playoffs. We got DoubleCut versus Coal Miner, the 2 and 3 seed in this bracket right here. Coal Miner got through Heartbreaker and Razorback, number 15 and number 7 seeds, without really any stress. So it's gonna be a pretty decent fight for Coal Miner. And DoubleCut got through Ronin and Biostorm through this whole entire thing, and also did not have a lot to worry about. So let's jump into the fight. Coal Miner versus DoubleCut. Let the match begin, and here we go. This is going to be a very interesting fight. I think Coal Miner is going to take this one, but you never know what happens with those DoubleCuts. And oh my goodness, it's doing a lot of damage to Coal Miner right now. Those axes are doing so much damage. There comes off one blade. Oh, and now there's smoke coming out of somebody. I think that's Coal Miner. Yep, it is. Jeez, Coal Miner's taking a beating right now. But like I said, last episode I think it was, against Razorback, Coal Miner had some problems, but ended up winning. It lost actually a blade. Oh, that's taking a lot of damage, however. Oh man, stuff is falling off somebody. They're going in circles. It's making me dizzy. Oh my goodness. Alright, they're out of that circle rotation. Up, they're getting back into it. Oh man, Coal Miner's taking a lot of damage right now. It's not looking good, and it does not look good for Coal Miner. DoubleCut pulls the upset over Coal Miner. The 3 seed moves on into the playoffs. See you in the playoffs, DoubleCut. And another spot has been taken in the playoffs. We got 6 spots remaining in the playoffs, not 10, 6. And this other match is going to be another crucial one for both robots. We got the #1 Spyder versus the #12 Doomsday. Spyder has had such an easy way of getting into this spot right here against push them and desector to the 16th and 9th seed. And Doomsday has had pretty a weird schedule. It upsetted the number 4 overall Undertaker and won that fight, and it upset the number 5 Fish Power. So this is going to be an interesting fight. Let's see how it turns out. 3, 2, 1, let the match begin. Spyder versus Doomsday, the slow robot versus the agile flipping robot. Doomsday already went up against a flipper and won, so let's see how this one's going to turn out. Doomsday is a hard robot to flip. It weighs a ton, so it's going to be a pretty interesting robot to see get flipped over. We haven't seen it yet because the Fish Power last fight did not and was not successful in flipping over Doomsday. Spyder is a much better design, however, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one's going to turn out. Spyder can't get underneath Doomsday, but there we go. Now underneath Doomsday. Let's see what it can do. And it flips it over. There goes Doomsday. First flip of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. And Doomsday is on its back. Cannot work on its back. So that might be the game right there. Spyder may have just clinched the spot in the playoffs. And I believe it just did. Let's see what happens here. And the match is over, everybody. My goodness, Spyder clinches a spot in the playoffs, and we'll see if Doomsday can make it into the playoffs by the losers bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, this may be one of the best matches in this tournament altogether. We got Supersonic versus Stinger, the number 2 versus number 3 seed. Both these robots extremely dominant in their wins. They both are super powerful. They both know how to destroy and immobilize another robot. This is going to be one of the best fights, I believe, in a while. So let's jump right into it without any further ado. Stinger versus Supersonic. Let's see how this one turns out. They instantly meet, and Stinger brings down its Stinger right down on top of Supersonic. Supersonic needs to get something going. It needs to start ripping apart things, and that's what it's known for. It has to get past those 2 blades on the front, but however, Stinger is just bringing it down while it's trying to get past those 2 weapons on the front of the Stinger. Smoke is coming out from Supersonic at this point, and I think that is definitely going to be hurting Supersonic eventually. Both of the spinners are now smoking. This may be one of the most anticlimactic fights so far. Supersonic eliminated in almost 40 seconds. That is ridiculous. Stinger wins that fight with no sweat whatsoever. What a fight by Stinger. And moving on into the playoffs. For the next match, we got Bandit versus Tornado, the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed. Both these robots did pretty well in their opening fights. I just want to point out a little fact so far in Robomania history. No number 1 seed has been knocked down in the regular season and nor the playoffs, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Bandit expected to win this fight, so let's see how this one turns out. Bandit versus Tornado, spinning versus spinning, drum versus horizontal spinner. This is going to be a good one. Let's see how it turns out. And instantly, one of Tornado's weapons flies off, and that's not going to look good in the fight, and it's going to be a lopsided fight from there, guys. The other weapon is getting chewed up right now, and now they had to back up. Bandit is caught underneath a little bit of debris of Tornado, underneath the chassis of Bandit. I don't know if that's going to make it not be able to move as easily, but let's see how it turns out. Backing up, and then instantly hit the front of Tornado. Tornado's not looking good right now, and Bandit is all over this fight. Tornado's trying everything it can do just to spin that 1 blade around, just to do some sort of damage. Maybe a miracle can happen, but it's... Oh, that's so sad. It just flipped itself over by trying to walk. Oh, man. It looks like Bandit might be caught on debris again of Tornado. It's getting stuck on it, as you can see. Tornado's just trying to stay balanced as it's trying to keep its weapon up, but it's not seeming to do that at all. Somebody's being counted out. That leads me to believe it is Bandit. Bandit has to move. Oh, Bandit almost pushed Tornado into the spinning blades. Oh, damage done to Tornado. Catastrophic damage. Will that be the end right here? Tornado. Oh, poor Tornado. It's over. Bandit moves on into the playoffs as expected. For our next fight, we got King Hazard 2 versus the Boxer, number 3 versus number 10 seed overall. The Boxer has had a pretty dominant season thus far. I don't believe that it's going to come into any problems today either. It's going up against the King Hazard, however, who has also had a pretty dominant season. Defeated Dr. Puncture and defeated one of the number 2 overall Raptor, which was having some problems with its robot. So let's jump into the match. King Hazard versus Boxer. This is going to be a good fight. King Hazard tries to move to the right a little bit as Boxer kind of meets up with it. And King Hazard needs to get his weapons going right now, or it's not going to look good for King Hazard. Oh, that does not look good. King Hazard's weapons are too high for it to hit the Boxer. So Boxer is just taking hits on it right now. Oh man, this is looking bad for King Hazard. King Hazard needs to do something. King Hazard is pinned up against the wall. This one might be over already. It's over. 30 seconds in. The Boxer dominated King Hazard, and the Boxer is heading to the playoffs. And into the next fight, we got the number 1 overall HammerHead versus Project F, number 4 overall. Both robots, as usual, didn't have any problems throughout this fight. It was pretty dominant fights for Project F, getting past Bot Roach and Ripblade. Ripblade was one of the easier fights for Project F. Barely went to judge's decision, however, and knocked out Ripblade in the final 6 seconds. And HammerHead has been dominant throughout. So let's jump into this fight. Like I said, no robots have been eliminated that are number 1 in Robomania history. So this is going to be an interesting fight. If HammerHead loses this, it's going to be the first in records. It's going to be a record book thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's watch the fight though. HammerHead and Project F are kind of just touching tips right now. That's all they're doing. They're touching butts. HammerHead isn't getting its weapon spinning, so I don't know if that... Ooh, that was a big hit. And there we go. There's the weapon that we know about. Oh man, this is not looking good for HammerHead actually. That spinning weapon is just taking damage from the Project F spinning weapon. They back up and go right back in at each other. These robots are very similar actually. They have like the same design. There goes oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3, 3 hits in a row that knocked out the weapons of HammerHead. HammerHead has no weapons anymore. They have no weapons. There's nothing to do. The number 1 seed is in jeopardy of losing. This is crazy. When I said that HammerHead might be one of the first going records of losing as a number 1 seed, this isn't pre-recorded, guys. This is all live commentary. So this is very surprising. I just had a hunch that Project F would be doing some dirty work today. This is going to be an interesting fight. We've got about 1 minute 30 seconds left in this fight. Project F has definitely earned a... Oh, there goes the... Oh, man. And there, the tides have turned. Project F has lost its weapon, meaning that they both have no weapons. This is going to be a pushing match throughout. And guess what? HammerHead has weapons still. They have ram plates. Project F does not have anything. This is going to be an interesting end. Got about 1 minute left. The flippers are going to be activated. Both robots are sitting still but are going to move eventually. Oh, HammerHead hits the side and pushes into Project F. If any of these robots gets flipped, it will be over. They have no weapons and both of their wheels are small, so they can't be inverted. About 35 seconds left in this match. Both robots trying just to do something at this point. They're not really doing anything. I think Project F is being counted out. Possibly. Yes, I think so. Project F has been counted out. HammerHead won. What just happened? Oh my goodness, what a weird ending. HammerHead moves on into the playoffs with that weird ending. Almost being the first number 1 seed to lose. Congratulations to HammerHead and commiserations to Project F. However, Project F still has a chance of being in the playoffs as well. And for our final match, This is a good one. We got the number 3 Cyclops versus the number 15 Chappie. This is going to be the final regular season match, ladies and gentlemen, so be excited for it. The winner is going to fill the final seed in the playoffs. Cyclops versus Chappie. Let's see how this one turns out. Let the match begin. Here we go. Cyclops versus Chappie. Chappie has been an upset throughout the whole entire tournament, and so has Cyclops. Cyclops has been doing some work. There goes the wheel of Cyclops. Chappie may be the first 15 seed in history. Oh, what? What just happened? Oh my goodness. Chappie almost flipped itself upside down, but survived. Chappie may be the first robot in Robomania history as a 15 seed to progress on into the playoffs. That will be a shocker, ladies and gentlemen. They're all just kind of chilling at this point. Oh, Chappie's flipped upside down. Cyclops is working up right now. I think that's it. That is over, I believe. Cyclops has no weapon. Cyclops has been destroyed, but Chappie has been flipped upside down. Cyclops is moving Chappie, however. I don't know if it wants to count it out yet. It has no forward movement, so this game is over if Cyclops leaves it alone. What a crazy start. And Chappie may be eliminated from playoff intention if losing this fight. It will still have a second chance, but who knows what will happen in the second chance fights. You would much rather be in the playoffs instantly for just winning the first 3 fights instead of losing and fighting your way with 1 life left. I believe this match is over. Nothing is really happening. Oh man, Cyclops backs off. It has 1 wheel left and 2 back wheels. Chappie is being counted out, and it got out of being counted out, I believe, just because it moved. However, this match is essentially over because there is no forward movement. So I'm just gonna rule it now. This match is over. It's being counted out now again. Chappie. Let's just see. Yep. Okay. There we go. Chappie's out. Cyclops wins with style. Barely got by, but did it. That was crazy. Chappie. Commiserations to Chappie. Honestly, Chappie did such a good job in this tournament. Hopefully we can see Chappie again in the playoffs, and hopefully we can find a rematch between Cyclops and Chappie eventually. But Cyclops fills up the final spot in the tournament playoffs. Oh man, some brutal fights there for the losers, but some awesome fights for the winners. So right now, we have 8 of the 12 spots in the playoff tournament filled up. Next episode, we're gonna have in the beginning the stories and the the fights of the losers rounds, that the 4 robots that have progressed on. So we're going to be doing that in the beginning of the next episode, and that's going to be the start of the playoffs from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was the last regular season one. Let's take a look at the playoffs right now. So we got the top 4 seeds, Bandit, Spyder, HammerHead, and Emergency, all moving into the next round. They get the first round bye since they were all number 1 seeds. And joining them, we got DoubleCut, the Boxer, Stinger, and Cyclops. All of these robots have won today, and we're going to be filling out the final 4 to fight DoubleCut, Boxer, Stinger, and Cyclops in the first round. The other 4 robots, the number 1s, have a first round bye, so they will not be partaking in the first round, but the winners will be fighting the first round bye robots. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was pretty freaking crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the playoffs. Peace out.